This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. We're here, it's midweek, hump day if you will.
Hump day.
Hump day, if you will. We're going to get to Brian really early in this podcast because he's watching the Pirates game, and this will probably be the last that you hear from him.
No, it's late in the game. They're going to lose. It's okay.
Of course they're going to lose. But
No, actually, I might be
They're
depressed.
so
and you won't hear
close,
anything.
though. They're like...
They're only one run away. One score away. Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, I said, oh, wow, they have 5 scores. That's crazy. And then Berkey immediately laughed at me.
Well,
I'm trying here.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the
5 scores.
football and the basketball and the baseball stuff.
Yep.
all the same to
Football's
me.
points, baseball's runs, hockey's goals.
So which sport is scores? Just
Well, you score to get the...
you
to
don't
get,
score
until you score.
You score.
You score to get the runs
Culmination.
and the goals and the points. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what
mean-
movie that's from?
I don't know.
You don't
American
score
Pie.
until you score. It's
Ameri-
culmination.
American Pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Cruz, though. Huh?
Oh, no,
Huh?
Cruz.
Huh?
He's going to be an absolute beast. He's going to be awesome for the Pirates for like 4 years, then like really, really good for the Yankees.
He recently hit his first major league home run.
A line drive bullet. Was that his first of the year? I think he hit one last year when they called him up for like 2 games.
I didn't realize he got called up.
Yeah, he got
last
called for like 2 games, and I think he hit one. But yeah, it's first of the season since he's been recalled.
Wait. Okay, so this is not his first home run of his career. Just
No.
the first of the season.
Correct.
Okay.
But it was
Guapo's
about
sleeping
110
on the clip.
110. What's that?
Guapo's sleeping on the clip.
Oh, it was a clip. Look at that clip. Look at
That's
that.
line to right center field. Look at this
Get out.
laser. Oh my!
That was out
Oh
quick.
my!
He was out
110
before he was out.
First
He
of the
didn't even
season
leave the box
for
yet. He's
O'Neal
gone.
Cruz. Wow.
He's such a beast.
Big man.
They are stunned
6'7". He hasn't even filled out yet. Wait till he starts. Wait till he looks like Judge.
over the right center
Yeah.
field wall.
I heard Judge is he's gone.
109.
Yankees
He
can't retain
goes
him.
gone a lot.
degrees.
No, but Yankees are struggling to retain him.
Really?
Well, I don't know for sure,
That
but the
a thing?
rumor is that he's on the block.
Oh God!
That-
How could
that
it
he
be?
might get
He's having a
moved.
career year.
Every year's a career year for this guy. He hits
No. This year's
bomb shots.
really career year.
I unironically asked the first time I saw the Washington Nationals if that Walgreens sponsored a team, because I legitimately thought that was like a Walgreens.
I mean, it looks just like it.
look like Walgreens.
It looks very much like it. Surprised Walgreens didn't sue them.
That's
Copyright
an honest question,
infringement.
Andre.
Thank
I wouldn't
you.
feel bad about that.
I don't know. I didn't know anything about baseball. Somerville taught me some.
By the way, we got something going. 2 on, nobody out. Keep Brian Hayes up.
Nobody
Grind it
cares.
Line it in.
No
You
one
brought
cares.
it up, man.
No, because I had a clip to show you.
All right, now we're
Right.
done. Okay, we're done.
Your Pirates.
You
your
won't hear
Pirates
from me
time is
again until the
over.
Pirates
Look,
score.
I heard that the Yankees are looking to shop Judge because of Juan Carlos, or maybe they're shopping Stanton.
That would make more sense.
One way or the other, one of those two guys.
It's not Judge. They're not.
I mean, I don't know how they can afford both. Well, actually, I do, because there's no fucking salary cap in baseball. So why not just have 2 $300 million men?
Exactly.
$300 million men.
Baseball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the most. It's probably
more
one of
than
the most better. Well, there's more games, so the volume
Every
of
day.
bets is probably greater. It's probably less than on average per game, but the actual sport probably accrues significantly higher, more bets.
I think the
Yeah.
people that are sharp make a lot of money on baseball.
Yeah, that's what my take has always been. That there's it's weird because there's a lot more variance in baseball, but there's less over the long term, right? And I think that pitching matchups become a little bit more predictable than like say a home away football game, trying to figure out over unders.
All the sharps got killed when the Pirates went to LA.
What I thought was so
Once a year.
fascinating was like right now we're watching the Pirates game. There's 2 on base on first and second, and how many outs are there?
0.
0 outs. People know, like, you could just look back and know the EV of how many runs this situation is.
Well,
yeah.
So maybe it's like
On
1.3
average.
runs.
Let me tell you something, Andre. You would think that would be true, But there's a lot of debate around the strategies to employ in these situations. There are a lot of managers that adhere to the non-Moneyball era where they would bunt with certain hitters in their lineup.
Off, though. You don't see that very often
Yeah,
anymore.
not with a third guy up, but like if it's, which is even crazier to think about. Like imagine using your 7-hitter to bunt here. It would be ridiculous. You're moving them over for the bottom of the lineup to clean it up. Like it has to be one of the lower EV plays. But Moneyball suggests that there's like almost no scenario outside of maybe the pitcher being up, which isn't even a thing anymore now that there's DH in both leagues, where you would ever consider bunting here.
Huh.
Which makes sense.
Sounds like they're running Sims in baseball.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they definitely are. And
Yeah.
if, they might not be doing
Who
it
is
enough.
not using Sims in baseball?
That's a good question. I think the game has evolved a lot. What?
I need you to run an audible, bro.
Why? What happened?
It's, we need you to switch seats. They can't stand your mic right now.
It's buzzing?
Oh, no.
Bad.
Oh, so there was a buzz. We didn't fix anything. God damn it.
People would like you to switch with anyone.
Just take Melissa.
No,
Landon's
it's not that easy. I have to go over there.
Oh,
we have
yeah,
to
yeah.
switch the cameras. Like
All right, so Chin,
You could just take my seat.
yeah, go over to that seat and then
no, we still have the same problem.
why? You just
No, no. No, you don't understand.
Switch with Brian.
Switch with me. I don't care.
You gotta switch. The people ask you to switch. You can't.
Look, I don't care if they fucking asked, man. They're not gonna come in and disrupt this show. Like, there's a buzz. Deal with it. I'm sorry. Like, it's way too hard to swap out seats where his mic is also buzzing.
Yeah.
And now we have a camera shot that's a 1-shot that needs to turn into a 2-shot.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do all this on air. Like, this is just the growing pains of running a pod. We'll get the buzz sorted out. I don't know what it is.
It's the Only Friends Buzzy Edition podcast.
Yeah, we thought we had it sorted out in
It's-
pre-production. We didn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
There's a lot of buzz around.
We just need
O'Neal
to
Cruz.
replace that wire or something. It's like dying.
Lot
It's
of
definitely
buzzing.
not the wires because
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it consistently jumps from mic to mic.
Oh,
It's a buzz thing. It's when you move the mic, I go in
Yeah.
and out.
definitely when you move the mic.
It might just be like the mounts.
All right, sorry guys. This is on me. I'll figure it out sometime. I don't know when, but tomorrow I have nationals.
fucking job.
I didn't tell you guys this.
Do your fucking job.
I have nationals in jiu-jitsu.
It's okay, Andre.
It's the basically one of the biggest tournaments that you can go into, and then Saturday I have the no-gi nationals, so it's split up by days.
So, are you like to a level of mastery in this?
No,
Like, I feel like this is very akin to Josh Waitskin's The Art of Learning, where he took up, is it hand fighting?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
familiar with what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Are you?
There's a form of martial arts where it's like, I don't think it's called hand fighting, but it's called hand something. And he basically like taught himself to become a master, where he started. It
So-
started at nationals and then went worldwide.
This is where I am right now. I've done judo since 2006, so I have advantages for sure. I'm a black belt in judo, which helps exceptionally. In jiu-jitsu, though, I make sure that I do not use my judo. I find it to be, I'm going into a tournament and I'm not trying to win with another art form. They're very, very close, but I try not to use it at all. I am at
Are you
the
allowed
point,
to use it?
Yeah.
So you can
I
use
can
kinda
slam
whatever you
people
want?
all I want,
Okay.
and I have like not last judo tournament, but the judo tournament before that, I knocked out 2 people from my throws. So I have the capacity to like kill people.
What if you really need a win?
But I want to progress in the avenue of jiu-jitsu in that sport in particular.
baby, go.
Stop!
the
What are you doing, man?
Sorry.
Continue.
So, when I came in as a white belt, everybody called me a sandbagger, and rightfully so. I wrecked everybody. Now I'm a blue belt. I haven't lost a match in blue belt.
So you're double sandbagging.
And no, that's not true. I lost 1 match, but it was in the finals, and I was up against a 260-pound behemoth.
We're gonna blame it on the weight differential.
You're a 160-pound behemoth.
I'm 150, 148, somewhere around
I was
there.
just guessing.
You've weaponized your body, though.
But I beat that guy in the finals previous. Like we played with a gi, and I beat that guy, and then no gi, I lost to him.
What's the difference?
with a gi, you have that kimono looking thing. With no gi, it's just you're in
Like Street
compression.
Fighter.
Correct.
There's a big difference, though, right? From my understanding.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
Why?
It's gigantic. Grips. It comes down to grips. So being able to grip people is a huge thing.
Yeah.
I'm able to get points of like contact and friction that ordinarily I wouldn't be able to get.
Because of the Street Fighter stuff.
Correct. And
Yeah.
there's just more chokes. I can take like my belt, wrap it around your neck.
What?
I can
Wait, what?
I can take your gi, wrap it around your neck, pull.
Is this common?
Very common. That's
I mean, it sounds common enough. He's just
there's
saying
something
it like
called
it's real.
a baseball bat choke. It's one of my highest percentage chokes. You literally hold the gi like a baseball,
like a baseball bat.
baseball bat, and you twist your arms around their neck like this,
Jesus.
and that's it.
So you go like this. You hold it.
Actually,
you hold the
Chin, come
baseball
here. I'll
bat.
show it. No.
So you
was
hold the
getting up
baseball
'cause I
bat
know how
and
to
you
get out.
twist. You just go like this, and you choke them.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
it's something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, there's just a lot of
Interesting.
a lot more chokes, a lot more control ways in gi. But
Use your
yeah,
belt
I would
to
say
choke.
I'm better than blue belt. And if you're a blue belt, I would say you're probably able to kill 90% of the population, regardless of size.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I would.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't want to put in all the time and effort that you did, but I would
It's a
like to
lot.
be a weapon.
Yeah.
I would like the confidence of just knowing that I'm a weapon.
He just wants
You
to
know?
be, he wants to be ready when I
To be very
attack.
clear, I do sport jiu-jitsu, which is completely different than practical jiu-jitsu. There's like a very famous match that just happened where a guy went for a heel hook, and they were playing combat jiu-jitsu, so you can do open palm strikes. So he goes for a heel hook, which are deadly. Like if you get heel hooked, you just lose your knee for the rest of your life.
Jesus.
Why
So
did
he
go
went for the
this?
heel hook. As he was going to twist, the guy goes wham, and just knocks him out with his palm, and he was just done.
Yeah.
Over.
Thing is, if you get into a fight and you're defending yourself and you kill somebody, you can go to jail because you're a weapon.
A weapon. Right?
I mean, I'm going by Con Air logic, but that was what happened. But
I'm sure that's
movies
the
in
case.
real life.
When I got my black belt, I had to go through like background checks, and you know they're properly looking everybody up to see whether or not you're worth having a black belt.
wow.
Yeah,
So-
there's a couple of underground gyms though in New York.
They make you take like coaching lessons and like de-escalation lessons
yeah.
just to get your black belt. So I don't doubt that you would be charged more.
So
Yeah,
wait,
because
so
you're
if you
considered
you go on?
deadly weapon,
Yeah.
right?
If you successfully go for like a heel hook, you could actually fuck someone up.
Yeah.
But they're doing it in a combat. Like, was him going for the heel hook reasonable? Like, he's
Yeah.
allowed to?
Yeah.
And if this guy
Yeah.
loses his leg and like
Yeah.
that just is what it is, kind of thing.
Correct.
Interesting, because like for other sports or whatever, right? Like, obviously that stuff like kind of happens here and there. But
No. You're trying to kill their ACLs or MCLs, and you will, and they're just gone. They're just dead. You pop them.
that
you know?
seems like it should be banned.
It
Why is it allowed?
because it's
Do you
It's a
think
way
it
to
should be
submit.
allowed? You think
Huh?
it should be allowed?
yeah,
Okay.
100%. But it's not allowed until you're higher in rank.
Okay.
Because
so
they
you
don't
have
want
to be the
noobs
highest
coming
level to
in.
be able to defend
Yeah.
against it, kind of thing. And if you get got, that's on you.
That's right. They don't want noobs coming in and just injuring everyone.
Right. It's just coming in heel hooking. And
But my gym, so I think it's like either purple belt or up or black belt, brown belt and up, depending on which tournament that you play in. But in my gym, we're allowed, if you're a blue belt in training, you're allowed to do it. You just can't be an idiot about it.
what's the belt rankings? Like, where's blue on the
White,
scale?
blue, purple, brown, black.
Blue seems extremely like the next
Correct.
level from basic, and you can heel hook people.
Correct.
That
The
seems-
difference between a white belt and a blue belt
Is
is
massive.
gigantic.
Okay, got
Right?
it.
Like
Try to equate it to like poker stakes,
a white belt is your
micro stakes, like 2
like
cent,
1,
5 cent.
2.
correct.
Or, oh, like
Okay,
One,
so
1, 2,
what
1,
do you
3.
consider
No,
blue
it's like
belt?
1-2 cents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
2 cent,
Yeah,
5
yeah.
cent. What's a blue belt?
Your blue belt might be like 25.50. 25
Really?
cent, 50 cent.
Pretty much anybody can get a
Oh,
white
20
belt.
cent, 50 cent.
Almost.
Sorry.
You're saying like anybody can get a white belt as long as you just
Correct.
show up.
Yeah, you just show up.
Yeah.
Got it. I see what you're saying.
But then a purple belt might be like a proper 2.5 grinder,
Uh huh.
2.5 online grinder,
Yeah.
right? Or maybe they're break even 2.5.
Sure.
And you're playing nosebleeds.
And like
No, I'm not playing nose speeds, but I do want to play nose speed.
Yeah.
You do in
You're
judo.
playing.
In
You're
judo
playing
you are.
1020 Bellagio.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I would like to play. Like when I went to go visit different gyms in California and in Spain, like the senseis would just, they literally gave me every single person in the gym, and I wrecked every single gym.
How much better is well, like how much variance goes into this? Like in judo, like
there's a good
jiu-jitsu.
amount.
There's a good amount of variance. So like
There's a good amount.
A blue belt could still beat like a white belt, but like if the white belt was reasonably skilled, not
Okay,
like
a
not
white-
straight new.
A white belt probably has like a 2% chance to beat a blue belt.
Right, but that's in poker variance is a little bit different. Where like a 2
Yeah.
2 cent 5 cent player can still beat a 25 cent 50 cent player because of just
Yeah, I don't think it's as much.
Okay.
As you progress through the ranks, it's just like a black belt never loses.
right.
To
It gets to a point where you just don't lose.
to a purple belt or
Yeah.
something. But a black belt definitely loses to a brown belt.
Right,
That
because
can
they're
happen.
close and that can happen, and it's possible.
And probably a purple belt will tap out a black belt here and there, but it's very seldom.
yeah.
You know?
Kind of like chess in that regard, with like
Because-
with like effective elos and
Black,
stuff.
brown, purple, blue.
Purple, blue, white, yeah.
Purple, blue, white.
And
So
you know,
there's
there
5.
are different ways of training too. Like when I'm up against white belts, I give them my back. You know, even when I'm up against blue belts, I just give them my back. I give them side control. I work from there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get choked.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's because I'm in training where
Right.
we're trying to train these specific positions. I'm
Right.
looking to train specific positions
Right.
to make sure I can get out. My escapes are good.
Yeah, you're
and
not
from
there
that
to
I
just
hone.
be like, okay, I'm just gonna go win again.
Correct. Everybody knows how to, not everybody, but in most sports, everybody knows how to win. Everybody knows how to attack.
Yeah.
They don't know how to calibrate their mindset when they are losing, right? So
Ooh, yeah,
now,
this is like poker. It's like, all right, work from the defensive node. Like you called from
Yeah.
the big blind and you
Yeah.
check called.
It's
and
not
now
about
the turn.
betting 2x pods.
yeah.
It's about calling 2x pot.
Yeah, and now the person bet huge on the turn and now win the pot. It's like, fuck.
You jam on them with the call.
Yeah.
You jam on them.
I was in a tournament, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and it's the first time I ever got dumped on my back. It
Like
was
he just picked
like,
you up and just like, pew.
correct. It was a huge, like 170 pound, not huge, but like,
Sure.
you know, it was a big 170
Yeah,
pound
it's a big
guy.
difference in
That's
these things.
way bigger than
20
me.
pounds.
I went for a throw, and he was just like, "Nope, pick me up, chuck me down."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, well, I'm on side control / he's trying to get into mount."
Yeah.
And I'm down in points, and I have 2 or 3 minutes to win this match.
Yeah.
I choked the bitch out.
How do
Obviously.
you win? Oh, you have to choke him out. You have to choke him
No,
out. to
I
win?
could have won by points, and I was up by points.
Wait, who'd
at
you
that
choke
point.
out?
The guy. It was a finals for my nogi.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just another bitch. Got to choke out.
My nogi?
Nogi. No.
Oh,
no. Gi.
Gi. Right.
Yeah.
Is it easy? So it's easier for you to win in gi because you could with the grips and stuff.
Okay. It's
Different.
just different.
Yeah.
Right. I have probably 1,000 more, not me personally, but there are 1,000 more attacks that you can do with a gi.
Right, because you can use your belt and you can choke them.
Correct. There are all these different guards that exist with gi that
Right.
don't exist with no gi.
Right.
Like there's something called like a spider guard
Yeah.
or a lasso guard or a spider lasso where you literally put your legs on their biceps and you're holding their arms.
I like how you have no shoes right now.
So
Like, look at
He's got sandals. He's got sandals.
so there's you have a pull direction
Yeah.
with your arms
And you
and you have a
put,
push
yeah.
direction on your biceps. You can literally stay there for 2 minutes and just shove your leg into the biceps and their biceps will go dead after that time.
Yeah.
Like you can play that attrition game.
Yeah.
You can't do that in no-gi. Or
For-
you can, but it's not
For
nearly
no
as effective.
gi, is there like a respected like what you do or don't wear? Like, do people wear the same things or no? Like, it's like
There's-
the neoprene suit versus not the neoprene suit.
There's a trolley debate whether or not only spats or spats with what's it called? With shorts are allowed. So it's basically like, do you allow people in compression and their balls to be seen
Okay.
or not at all and you have to wear something on top? And the clear thing is just wear underwear underneath the spats. But
Yeah.
I don't know why people. There is controversy over that.
I see that. There's
You're
controversy
not wearing
everywhere.
a cup?
No.
What?
Some people do. Some people
That's
don't.
Smart
man,
people
I personally
do.
don't.
risky.
I mean,
He's living life.
I'm supposed to wear a mouth guard too. I don't wear a mouth guard.
I would go with the cup first.
Yeah. Yeah, not even close. And losing my teeth is one of my greatest fears, but this is
I can get new
debatable.
teeth, and Bitches aren't beating.
Losing your teeth is one of your greatest fears. Do you have
Yeah.
dreams about
This
like
is
you
Andre, right?
have like your teeth are falling out?
The scene in American History of X where they curb stomp the guy
bro,
is
that's one of the wild
sickest
scenes
scenes.
of all time, bro. How do people? You know what's crazy about that scene?
The
Is that
sound?
right- no, not only that. Like,
Oh,
you
when
can
he actually
see
bites
it.
the curb.
yeah.
No, but you can like.
You can
I
hear
could
the
literally
crunch.
just like see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I could literally just like. Why the fuck did I say sorry to the microphone?
Sorry, Mike.
Natural response, man.
But you can see it if you think about it. You're like, yo, I literally could see the scene right now, like happening.
Yeah.
Bang, just
What-
like,
it's so,
what scene is
so
this?
gross.
oh no.
In American
No,
History
oh,
of
he's
X.
so young.
Oh no, he did it again. He doesn't know.
It's
You've
a
never
really
seen
good movie,
American
but it's
History
also
X?
really
Yeah.
dark. There's a scene where this guy makes another guy bite the curb, and he just curb stomps him.
Yeah. You really need to watch that movie. It's
I hope.
fantastic.
There's like a list of like things.
Sounds fucking violent, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
wild
violent. It's
movie,
very
bro.
violent.
It's a
movie.
messed up movie. You absolutely have to watch it.
Why?
It's just,
It's
a powerful
it's a
movie.
classic.
Yeah.
A powerful movie.
Very dark.
There's got to
very,
be
very
reasons
dark.
behind why it's a powerful movie.
Yeah, and you should watch
well,
it.
I mean, it's mostly about white supremacy.
Mhm.
And that's just a dark subject in and of itself.
Yeah.
I can't really explain why I think it's a good movie. Like, it's
Just
really
asking
fucked.
No, it's just like really like
It's
really,
a different lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what it is just exposure to something that we know exists, but we never really see.
Yeah.
There was another recent movie that I watched that I wish I could remember the name of it. I believe it was like based on a black reporter who partnered with a guy who infiltrated the KKK. I can't recall. I think I actually saw it in theaters. This might be like the last movie I saw in theaters.
Is he the guy
yeah.
that befriended a lot of people and got him out?
No, I don't think that was the end result. Man.
I know what you're talking about. I remember I wanted to see it and I never saw it.
Yeah,
but I can't remember what it's called.
The white reporter.
A lot of people saying it's called Black Klansman.
Yes,
That's it,
yes,
Black
yes, yes,
Klansman,
yes.
yeah.
Absolutely, it
There
was
you
very good. It was very, very, very good.
Always refer to the chat. They know.
They do know. They are
When we're
so on
struggling,
it.
just look at the chat.
It's a movie
'cause
by
somebody,
Spike
somebody
Lee.
knows.
Yeah, that's why it's obviously very good by Spike Lee.
Mhm. So it sounds like there's a lot of movies I got to catch up on.
A Spike Lee joint.
I do know about the
we'll
whole
make you a
Spike Lee
list.
joint.
Yeah.
We'll make you a list.
You guys need
Dude,
to watch.
just go down the
I'm
list.
Okay.
You choose whichever one you want at the time.
I'm so
Just-
busy as it is, man. I don't have time for movies.
Movie tangent. You guys need to watch Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I heard it's
Yeah,
so
you told me
good.
that too.
I
One
need
of
to
the
watch
most
it.
incredible
You've
movies.
told me
Yeah.
that a couple times actually. I haven't watched it.
Is it
Yes.
still in theaters? Is
I think it is. I bought it on YouTube. I have it.
Oh, you can-
permanently. So if
oh,
you
I
want my
love buying
YouTube
shit
account,
on
I'll give you
YouTube,
that.
Man. It get me. It's
Dude,
just so good.
It's so
just, like,
easy.
It's so easy.
Okay, what's this movie about?
Uh,
And don't give me the just watch it.
just
Multiple
watch it.
dimensions or something like that, right?
It's
Bro,
about
just
multiple
watch it.
dimensions.
It's a
But
classic.
you know, when it comes down to it, it's about people. That's it. It's like people and their psychosis in the world and how they deal with it.
World
It's
Series
great
time, man.
character
The only movie we
development.
can watch is like Rounders.
But it's great character development. It's a great storyline. You've never seen storytelling this way, and it gives you a lot of perspective on how you should live your life, in my opinion.
There you go. Hard vouch.
Yeah.
Like it.
That was better than just watch it. That was good.
I happened to glance up at the TV for one brief second to see that the Pirates had taken the lead, and the very next pitch, the Nationals hit a home run.
They're still winning. They're still winning. All right?
Oh, man.
Relax.
A
what's
couple other quick news and notes of today from the justice system. R. Kelly finally got his sentencing.
I believe I can.
No,
I believe
not
he's
the
going
right
to
time.
die.
Are we clapping to this?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Did you see the documentary on Netflix
Yes.
from
Yo.
his victims?
That was
How
wild.
did I
There was
see
two.
that?
There was
That
two.
was wild,
How much time
dude.
do you have in your day to see all these things?
There was two.
Chin was still living with me whenever this doc came out. He fell down the hole, man.
Oh
he,
no,
he watched it for like
You got
a
fucked
day
up?
straight.
you got fucked up from
Bro,
this.
I couldn't stop. I was like, yo, this is insane, bro.
Bro,
And then
I just heard
the
he
whole
formed a
thing.
cult. That's it.
Yeah, it was a cult. It was a fucking cult.
It
What
was
was
it was
this?
wild. He like
The R. Kelly cult.
What is that?
he like
What do you mean?
Okay,
he like
no.
preyed upon these
Stop. Not right now.
he like preyed upon these young women. A lot of them were in their teens, I believe, and he basically like convinced them to be a part of his harem
Bro, they
that would like
move.
live in his house. But he would just
they would disconnect from their family, like straight up, no communication.
But they also disconnect from each other, right? Didn't he have like one in each room or some shit?
They didn't cross paths.
Yeah. So he had them like all living in his house in segregated rooms where they really didn't communicate with one another. Like, I don't even know how aware of one another they are. I don't remember the doc all that deeply. Right. This is where the whole he peed on that girl and
it was his brother or whatever and all that shit. Yo, all right, my
Sorry.
my gripe is like, what does Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music do about this? Like, do we keep his music on? Do we separate these things, or it's just like, his music's gone?
You kind of have to separate. I mean, maybe Bump and Grind can go, but like.
But all his songs are
right.
A lot of his songs are about stuff like
this. It's the same thing with Michael Jackson, right?
Michael Jackson was never convicted.
Yeah, he wasn't, but that doesn't matter.
No, it matters.
Did you see Michael Jackson documentary?
I saw both. Bro, I saw both the same week or some shit. Like, that was just like, yo, what is happening in this world?
I mean, I don't think it.
It's a difference, though. It really is, because there's a shadow of a doubt with Michael. It's like, okay, whatever.
Because 12 people had a different opinion. I mean, if it's a different 12 people, then maybe he's convicted.
It's weird.
It's like,
do we still watch Bill Cosby and shit?
Terrible people have the capacity to do great things in this world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? That's the weird thing. And it's like trying to compartmentalize between the two of those. Like, here's the thing: are we really gonna be upset if like we cancel R. Kelly completely and his music disappears?
Like, obviously, he should never ever benefit from. I think
that's
he's in jail.
The problem.
Well, he is.
You listen to a song on Spotify, and you're literally funding him to his like cost for appeals. And stuff.
Right, exactly. So
it's weird.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if he loses. Probably not. Right? Like
he's not losing
separate.
that money.
He wouldn't lose the revenue from the.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's tough
for R. Kelly to stop getting funding. Like these companies are gonna have to take down his archive.
Then that makes sense.
And he has bangers.
He has bangers, for sure.
Like world's greatest. I know it's not the super famous
world's
one.
Greatest.
It's so good.
Ignition.
I've not heard very much of this guy's
I think R.
music.
Kelly sucks.
But there's a lot of people, bro. Even while this whole thing was going on, like if you went to Chicago, like when he did these concerts, they were jammed, man. And this was like a year ago. Like this wasn't that long. It was. So it's like I don't know how I feel about it. I think like the whole, like if you do something so egregious like this, I think you gotta. I think you gotta go. Like I don't think Bill Cosby show should be out there. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think like to your point, like there should be no profiteering off of any of this any longer. But again, it becomes a little awkward where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
Like because Michael Jackson by all means probably should be canceled as well.
100%.
I'm just saying there's that shadow, right? Because he never got convicted. These people straight up convicted.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I guess like the other side of it too is like Michael Jackson's dead, so like any revenue that's coming in probably could be filtered towards aiding his victims rather than him directly benefiting.
I think that's what it is. If R. Kelly was dead, this would be so easy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, let's just listen to his music. He's dead. You know, it's like George Washington. He had slaves. There's no doubt he did a lot for this country. But it's like, we don't cancel him because he's dead. It's like, it's over. That was whatever. I don't know.
It's also time period and everything else. Yeah, it's all very weird. I don't think anybody is of the opinion that it's easy to navigate socially in an ever-progressing climate where it's just like, we know more today than we knew yesterday and the day before, and it's just
the
like...
hard part too, Burke, is the publishing and those companies. Like,
right.
Like, well, we're also hurting people that...
Right, because they're all getting a cut.
They all, like, it's like, well, we did work. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit hard in that spot. But I don't know, man. Like, yeah, they did work, but... I don't know. Weird spot. Leave it in the comments below.
The good news is he's in jail. If there's no other retribution, like the good news is this man will live out his days in jail, and rightfully so on account of all the information that's out there. Someone else who is paying the punishment or I guess serving the time, Ghislaine, is that her first name?
Ghislaine Maxwell, I think.
Yeah, Maxwell.
How you say it.
So the accomplice to I always forget his name. Epstein. God, the one day that Melissa's not here, we finally get to talk about Epstein.
R. Kelly, the new Epstein?
No, he's the old Epstein.
He's the OG Epstein. What are you talking about?
So she is sentenced to 20 years for helping Epstein in, I guess it's crimes of sex trafficking.
Something
along that lens.
Abuse,
sexual
abuse.
And again, so many good documentaries.
Forcing women to.
They're coming, bro.
Underage.
She groomed them.
We should do them.
Groomed them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's weird from the outsider's perspective because obviously, like, by the time it comes to light, we have to understand that we're still only getting like a partial amount of the information, right? Yeah. So by the time the documentaries are made and everything else starts to come to light, it's like that's just the sliver of public information that's available.
Yeah,
there's so much more.
Yeah, of course.
That is going on. Like I think about like Fry Festival too.
Fire Festival
or Fire Festival, yeah. Right. It's like we it's kind of understand what happened to collapse that whole thing, but there was probably so much corruption.
Yeah.
That like was never spoken about, and so many people who are on the hook that like weren't really indicted. And again, like with the Maxwell thing, it's like Epstein's death just puts this like cloud over the whole thing, where it's so impossible to know all of the facts and what sort of conspiracies revolve around this like well-to-do guy who seemingly got there through charm. I don't know, man. Like watching the documentary.
Epstein's the ultimate dark side,
bro. It's like if you watch the Discovering Anna, or wait, what was it called? Finding Anna.
The doc on Netflix, right?
It's not a doc. It's dramatized.
It's a series.
But yeah, it's based off of a real life character, Anna something, where she just fabricated her entire life and was able to like basically steal millions and millions of dollars based off of this fabricated story of being.
She was in Manhattan?
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah, so she fabricated this whole thing that she was like a diplomat from, or not a diplomat, but
she was the wife of like some billionaire.
No, she was like a trust fund baby from Germany or something like that. And she was able to steal millions and almost got like an 8-figure loan.
Yeah.
From a private lender.
You look poor?
Yeah.
She was staying in the hotel free. Like the hotel's like, you'll take care of it at some point. And that's crazy.
Yeah, her name was Anna Delvey. Yeah, so it's like Epstein was very similar. It seemed like he seemed to have like brushed elbows with all of these important people with like no resume to speak of.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Burke. Like, once you're kind of connected and people just kind of like lend you money.
We had this conversation. We've had this conversation.
Bro, he was an implied billionaire. I don't think the guy had a fucking cent.
Right. He was an implied billionaire, yeah.
This is what I'm saying, Burke. Like, we've said this before. Like, if somehow we turned bad and we were just trying to steal money, we'd get away with like $2 million before anyone blinked an eye in poker. Like, and that's just kind of how it is. Like, people trust your word. They trust you have money or whatever. And that happens, unfortunately, in poker. Sometimes people take advantage of that. But I think that's just kind of the culture. Once you go up the ranks, people just kind of say like, okay, yeah, like you're good for it. You wouldn't ruin your name or whatever. And then that's kind of what people assumed with this lady.
Yeah, and I mean, with like Epstein too, I'm sure there was a lot of blackmailing taking place, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Like he starts to leverage the dark side.
He had tapes on he had like cameras, he had footage, he had all.
Like he basically becomes
nobody in this room thinks he killed himself, right?
I don't know. I don't care,
man.
I mean, there's no. I mean, I don't know. I think it's very, very unlikely that he actually killed himself. Well, I mean, because that's.
What if he was assassinated? Suddenly, that changes the narrative.
I'm saying that like powerful people got to him and killed him, so he didn't out these powerful people.
Right. What I'm saying is whether they did that or not, who cares? We know that he had dirt on powerful people.
Okay.
Right. Like the final result isn't all that relevant. We know that he was basically the dark web for billionaires.
I mean, I think it's pretty relevant that a murder was covered up and that powerful people are being protected because of it. That seems pretty important.
Welcome to the world. Like, we know this is going on.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, we do, right? Like, we know for a fact that, like,
I mean,
money and power.
The Panama Papers came out, nothing fucking happened.
Yeah.
Only one banker went to jail for the 2008 collapse. Like,
Nobody went to jail.
No, one banker.
Who?
I don't know, some Deutsche Bank guy.
Oh, I thought I remember from Big Short, nobody.
Yeah. No, one person.
1-0, does it matter?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And they did more damage than as much damage as many wars have to the country. So it's
Yeah,
just
like that's kind of
what a joke.
the point that I'm
No,
making whenever I say it
I get
doesn't
what you're
matter
saying.
is
Yeah,
that when we're talking about impactful crime that happens at a grand scale, it generally revolves around big business, billionaires, or very powerful conglomerates, whether that's government or individuals, right? And the punishments generally go largely unchecked. It's a little bit of what makes our prison system kind of a joke, right? Like outside of murderers, it's just littered with a bunch of people who commit petty crimes.
Yeah.
And of course, like I'm being very reductive in what I call petty, but you know, even if we're looking at like grand larceny, things of that nature, at an individual level, that may feel big, but when we zoom out in the grand scheme of things, it's so irrelevant. Especially when you have like, you know, corporations or major individuals that are just like raking in 9, 10, 11 figures through corruption. So yeah, I mean, I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, but
Tangent Kings.
No, I'm completely with you. I mean, okay, we're not going to go into it, but it's, you know, it's institutionalized poverty.
Yeah.
That's all that cycle is.
to some degree, yeah.
Speaking of poverty,
So who won't be poor today? Jamie Kerstetter and Corgasm.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go!
Massive chip lead with 5 left.
Little bit of hometown podcast love here for the roomie.
Yeah.
Corey and Jamie getting it done in the tag team. There were 10 left with 1 level to play, but 4 of the people there were 9 left with 1 level to play. 4 of the people had 10 blinds or less. Corey and Jamie eliminated them all. Took them all out.
Steamroll. That's
Said,
how you
let's
do
get
it.
to the final
That's how
5.
you win these things.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
that's how you win any tournament. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Just
gotta knock
keep
everybody
knocking
out,
everybody
nine-handed
out.
down, and you're the
Overwhelming
last
chip
one.
lead.
Right. Everybody else who's in the tournament, their stacks stay the same. Yours just keeps growing.
Also, if you just look at all the pictures, they look like they're going to like they just look like champions right
Yeah.
now.
They're ready for their moment in the
Yes.
sun.
Yeah.
I would like them to play Pats and Espen as I am financially invested, but they can still win.
Wow.
Hey, Burke.
Money over friends.
Burke, when
No,
Jamie and
that's what's gonna get second.
we need to.
hey guys, I'm
change.
trying to make fun of Berkey here. I was gonna say,
by all
when
means.
Jamie and Corey win their bracelet, Berkey will move up again on the list of best players.
Yeah.
That's right. I'll just keep on climbing the fucking ladder the hard way. Yeah, very bad beat for us that Pads and Espen somehow final table this as well. Not only because they're good and competing against our friends, but they were slated to play Poker Out Loud and the first alternate to play Poker Out Loud. And now they're both just out.
Yeah.
We're scrambling today. We actually were able to fill their seats thanks to Thallo and Jay Nandez. They're going to be coming in being our number 6 and 7.
Mystery guests.
They're trying to negotiate Pot Limit Omaha.
Hell no. I'm not playing Pot Limit Omaha with
Thallo will not
Thallo.
shut up about
Get the
PLO. That guy
fuck-
is.
I'm not
I
playing
said it
any
wouldn't
Omaha.
be good for the site to play 5 hands that took 90 minutes, where 5 of us had no idea what was going on, and he and Jay Nandez are just calling us fish.
Yeah,
Whales.
The
Bird,
one time I
not
tried to
fish.
play Omaha,
that
I
was
got
so funny.
allegedly cheated. So we're not playing Omaha.
The graphics can't handle it.
I mean,
Yeah, let's blame it on that.
Yeah,
Let's do that. Listen, we would love to play,
The graphics can't handle it.
but the graphics, you know, we can't do the graphics.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
used to
at
have Thallo for all of our home games for the run-it-up stuff. That guy will not stop talking about PLO.
Bro, he's great at
it.
PLO. Of
Yeah, of course.
course, he wants to play with us.
Anyway,
I mean, we're not good.
I wouldn't.
He
say
had me for a second. I was like, we don't have any PLO content. That'd be kind of good. And then I thought about it. It's just like, well, this isn't going to be good PLO content either.
No, I also would have vetoed the shit out of that.
just do PLO bomb pots, double board bomb pots. Fine.
The graphics can't handle
They
none of that.
definitely can't handle that.
Definitely can't handle that.
Yo, that's crazy.
They can do bump. You guys can do bump
But
punches.
I am excited to have them play because they're just like well-known players, and I think they're both really sharp, and they're gonna say like really intelligent things. Most people that are good at poker, like, you know, especially PLO, like they're very good post-flop players. Like they understand how the boards change and all that kind of stuff. So I am excited to have them play, and it's gonna be another tough lineup, yo. Yesterday was murderer's row. Of like there wasn't a soft seat in the lineup. Bro.
That's the plan.
That is going to be. Man,
You know, maybe
this
there was
season's
a
gonna
soft
be so
seat.
good.
No, there was a soft seat because you know that old saying, like if you don't know who the fish is, just
It's you. Yeah,
maybe
you're
that's
looking
what I was
around,
seeing
you're
yesterday.
looking around
I was
like,
like, wow, there's not a
there's no
soft seat
spot.
here. It's like it's probably me.
Yeah.
Nah, we all won, man.
No.
We're good.
Bro, let me live, bro. I'm trying
Listen,
to play it down.
I could hear all the commentary. I could hear everything. It was really good. It was really good, and I think everyone's gonna love it.
In our poker
Yeah.
out loud, everyone was a soft seat. It was so fun.
Ours, yeah. I mean, I knew who the fish was.
Yeah.
Ace deuce.
Thanks,
double
thanks,
barreling.
Berkey, for your sacrifice.
You're bugging.
Ace duck, yeah.
Yo, it's so funny. Me and Berkey would get into so many pots. Well, not so many, but Chin was just egging it on the whole fucking time.
What I do? I don't do nothing.
Bro, I let Chin sweat. He's the one that just whipped the cards down on Showdown. He's like, get fucked, Berk. Boom. And I'm just like, okay.
That was a bad call. I made a bad call.
Yo, because he was tanking and I already sweated your head. As soon as he called, I grabbed. Bang! Motherfucker, that's the nuts.
Yeah, that was good. I definitely did not have better than queens.
Second pair.
We're gonna try to get Corey and Jamie in here tomorrow for their
I really hope they win and
congratulatory.
bring the bracelets, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah, me too. I think a top 5 finish warrants them coming either way, but it would be nice if they
If they
came in
bring
with
the
a little bit
hardware,
of gold.
bro. Bring the hardware.
I wonder if Jamie is skipping the final table to play the ladies event.
I think she just late reg it.
Yeah, but like they don't start till 4.
Oh, the ladies don't start till 4?
No, the final table doesn't start till 4.
Oh.
Streamed on
Which is good. We'll be able to watch the stream
Yeah.
while we play.
She probably just regs, like, and then plays, and then goes to the final, like some Jason Mercier type shit.
Yeah, I mean it is a re-entry, so you could kind of
Yeah.
do some table hopping, I guess. But there also is the chance that that it's a good chance actually that the ladies event is in Paris
Oh,
and the final table's in Bally's,
Right.
Wow.
right.
which would be now
That's
impossible.
That's rough.
Like I wonder if that's been attempted to do a day 1 and day 2 at the same time, where the day 1 is in Paris. It can't be, right? Like no shot.
Oh.
To 6, like I've timed it from the garage to Bally's is 4.5 to 5 minutes if you are really
Wait,
getting after it.
You're
Like
saying people moving from Paris to Bally's?
yeah.
This has happened.
No, I'm saying like do you ever listen?
Man.
also,
I-
you
I gave
sound
you
so
2 ears
mean
and
when
one
you
mouth
say
for a
it
reason.
too.
Go ahead, continue.
You're like,
Berk. Sorry.
No, I'm
This-
saying
hey Berkey, this has
multi-tabling.
happened.
No ears, no mouth. Fuck this guy.
It's like, why can't we just say nice things?
No.
He always wants to gotcha me.
Yeah.
It's all right. I get it. It's a pecking order thing. He's gonna chop me down, and there will be a day where every single day I get a little bit worse, and every single day he gets a little bit better. There's gonna be a cross section somewhere down the line. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's a decade. I'm not sure, but this young man will surpass me, and he will fucking remind me that the day of reckoning has come.
Dude, this guy wants to become a weapon because he knows
he'll
I'm
be
gonna
like
fight
maybe
him.
like 26. Then he turns 30, and then the hierarchy gets reestablished because
Yeah.
he's no longer.
I might
in,
have
like,
a
hockey
kid
mode.
just to create the hierarchy again.
I'll fight him too.
Like, here's your Uncle Landon. In 15 years, you're gonna let him know that he's fucked.
Have you ever actually hit anybody?
I've hit people.
Only with the bat.
Yes, he's holding that bat.
Have you
No,
really
just-
hit people, Landon?
I
can't
mean, like
No, not like
people
your
I don't
little
know.
sister or
Not people I
brother,
don't know.
But like
I don't hit my sister.
No, like in the
outside of
play,
your
not-
brothers.
yeah,
Have you have?
Yeah.
No,
We've
but
gotten
like
fights.
not blood relative.
No, but we've gotten fights. My nose bled from a fight once from my brother.
No.
No, not your
Have
brothers.
you ever punched
I fought someone one time. Yeah. Once.
punched him in the face?
Yeah. We got in a fight, and then we had once.
Who
You
bled?
said nice.
Who bled?
Nobody bled, but
pussy.
Then that's not a
it
fight.
got interrupted by a sibling of said friend.
That was like when me and Lamana got into a fight. All the girls came down crying, like,
Yeah.
don't ruin my birthday party. We're like, all right.
Man, Berkey's so lucky.
No,
so
there
lucky
was-
those girls were there. Let me
There was
tell
no
you.
crying.
I got in
Yeah,
a
dude.
fight.
We were
in-
very close. We were very similar.
Yeah, I had to take my
size at that
chains
time.
off before
I
we
forgot
fucking
about that.
threw down.
Tangent King.
I got in a fight in 3rd grade. My brother is 3 years older than me, so he's in 6th
This is
grade.
before you were a weapon.
No, I was doing taekwondo at the time, so I like chipped a
That was
kid's
never
tooth.
not training.
Like this, someone ran into me, and I just kneed him in the stomach. I remember Greg Murray; he hated me for that. My brother saw, and he came over. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I thought he was gonna break up the fight. He starts throwing for me. I'm like, he's in 6th grade against 3rd grade. I was like, "Sean, you're the best."
See,
He was
Landon,
also
that's the
doing
type of energy I need you to bring. Not this you're trying to knock me down bullshit. I need
was
you to
wild in
jump
South
in on the
Jersey,
fight.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we're the only Asians, so we
Yeah.
got picked on like crazy.
Right.
Like literally, there was just one other family, the Chews, that were Asian in my elementary school, and of course we were best friends
Yeah.
because. So yeah,
Homogeny.
we were called. Am I allowed to say it?
You can say whatever.
You can say whatever you
Okay.
want.
Well,
I
in
can't
high
say
school,
anything.
I'll tell you, I'm Malaysian. They called me Mink. That was my nickname for a while
Mink?
Kids are
Mink.
mean.
because
Oh,
I'm not
Ming.
Chinese. I'm
Yeah,
Malaysian.
Yeah.
Kids are mean.
Kids
They
are
are
mean.
mean.
Kids are so fucking mean. I'll fight them all now. Anyone that was mean to me,
what is wrong
anyone that
with
was mean to me when I was in middle school to high school, I'll fucking fight you.
Listen.
Anyone that was mean to me.
Yo, Landon.
oh my God,
Landon.
This is what happens when you
Landon,
bully.
stop. Everybody. Landon. You.
I'm good, bro.
No, you're not.
He needs therapy,
You're
bro.
not good.
He needs therapy
not
so
your
bad.
fault.
No, listen,
hate.
stop.
I don't
Put
fight
the
out of
bat
hate.
down. Landon, stop.
The bats. I'm not gonna use the bats. I don't need a bat.
No, Landon.
Don't take my bat from me.
Take his bat,
Don't
please.
take my bat.
He has
Don't take my
some
bat
sort
from
of
me.
anger. Stop. Landon. Take the water.
Now the weapon has a bat.
I'm serious. I'm fine.
No,
If there's
you're
anyone-
not fine.
Hey.
I think when people say these things, sometimes like they have some like insidious like hatred behind them. I'm serious. I will fight you. I don't hate you, but I'll fight you. I'll just fight you. It's that simple. I don't feel no hatred in my heart. I've forgiven you, but I will still
But
fight
I'll bust
you.
that lip.
I'll still fucking fight you.
See,
Hey. Listen to me.
No,
Listen to me.
no.
It's not your fault.
I have no ears, no mouth.
he has no clue where that's from.
It's not your fault.
It's from Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, nice.
Good
Don't,
for you.
All right.
don't.
Cross that one
I
off the
won't
list.
fight you because you'll beat me.
Good for you.
Oh, so you're scared.
You would want.
He didn't bully me.
I'm not bullying you,
I know.
Nobody's bullying you. We're just telling you.
They did.
Landon. Here's the thing.
Obviously.
Here's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I've forgiven everybody that has like wronged me when I was
So
young.
I.
Well,
No,
you
you
haven't.
I have.
No.
Because a lot of these times the kids are just a representation. Like they don't have a
Yeah, it's true.
personality yet.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
representation.
Right,
of their
like
family.
Berkey when he
got one
ditched me
now.
back in high school.
They got one now. They got two hands.
Most of the look.
But-
The truth. There's the truth of the matter. Like most of those kids, they would apologize to you.
Correct.
Because they're not. That's not who they are.
Most
Forgive
of
but
those
don't
kids.
forget.
No, they
Landon,
weren't. That's not who they are. They're just
They were
like,
young and
yeah.
immature.
Yeah, it's
and
also
they didn't
like
know any better.
I don't
like
like
a gang
this argument.
mentality. Like they want to fit in, and if like the alpha kid is like making fun of you, then they want the alpha kid to help to like them, so they'll make fun of you.
That's
But
okay.
that's not how they
You know
actually
what?
feel.
You know what? That's okay. Now there's no alpha kid, and I'll
Yeah, that's
fight
what I'm
you.
trying to say. Like,
It doesn't matter about this whole gang mentality and kids are kids. You've
No,
grown up
man.
now. Now we're on even
Landon-
terms. I've grown up. You've grown up.
so you
want to
fight a 20-something-year-old for something they did when they were 7?
No, I just want to fight him because I'll fight you. I'll fight anyone.
Landon, you need therapy so goddamn bad.
No, I'm good.
You really do.
I'll fight anyone.
These kids,
I'll fight 'em.
most people are good people. I still believe that, and they're probably
said they
still
weren't.
good people.
He's
But I want to fight them.
I'll
I think Landon's.
I
on
want
top.
to. I want to
don't think
punch
he would-
them.
I don't think
I
he'd
want to
fight
punch them in the
anybody.
face.
He would hug them.
I want to give
He would
them.
hug them.
He would hug
Yeah.
each and every one of them.
Yeah, he would hug
Correct.
them.
Yeah.
I think he's all talk.
No,
Just,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
maybe
so.
he gives him a little bit of a bear hug and,
Yeah,
and
well,
really
he's a
lets him
big-
know that he could take him if he
He's
needs
Yeah.
to.
for sure projecting right
Yeah,
now.
for
He's
sure.
projecting.
no, I'll fight you.
It's okay. No, you
Really,
Not
Landon,
fighting
you're a
anybody.
little teddy bear, and
I'll fight you.
You're so sweet.
I'll fight you. I'll
Don't
fight
ever,
you.
Don't ever
I'll fight
change.
you.
I'll fight everyone in this
Don't ever
room right
change.
now.
Yeah. Not Andre though. He'll beat me.
I will beat you.
You gotta pick your battles.
You found out
You gotta.
very quickly.
He shrimps at you. It's scary.
All right.
I don't
All right.
shrimp
Let's
at
talk
you.
about the thing that we don't want to talk about. More bad news for the poker community. Somebody who is, I don't want to go so far as to say beloved, because I don't think we knew him all that well, but he was a character. He is a character.
He was very quickly liked.
Yes, very endearing. A lot to like about his personality. Tamon Nakamura.
Tamon Nakamura.
That's what I said.
No, it's not.
This is why you don't do names.
Yeah, that's why I don't do names, man. Tamon Nakamura was admitted to basically rolling a bunch of backers. So this is the part of the story that I'm a little bit fuzzy on. Yesterday, Adam Hendricks came out and said basically that Tamon came up to him, wanted to sell a piece of the 50K Players Championship.
Right.
He bought, and he never showed up to the event. I think
$2,500. That's important because it's such a small number.
right.
A small number compared to the buy-ins that he's playing.
Just a small number in general for these kind of players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like
that's why I'm saying.
But I think Adam came out
Going.
because he had heard that a multitude of people had bought a piece, and he had never shown up nor offered refunds. So where I get a little bit lost is that there was a tweet dating all the way back to January, written in Japanese, where Tamon admitted to having done this multiple times and suffering a ton of shame and all these other things. But correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he have like a big a big spring in PokerGo? Or was it?
Yeah. He won.
He did.
Right, yeah, it was all during the USPO, right?
Yeah.
So this is like somewhere between late February and March. Okay, so this is after he admitted to being tremendously deep in debt and having rolled a bunch of backers in the past for events either not played or however he went about it. I'm not sure. Then he goes on this massive upswing, right? Like we're talking six figures now. I'm sure that he didn't have much of his own action, but how was he getting funded if this was such common knowledge, right? Because
that common knowledge part is not true.
he
Because,
tweeted it.
Yeah, but Americans aren't reading that.
No, that was what I was going to say. I don't think he was known enough in the American market at that point
or
to
the
have
European
been
market. It's probably just Japanese.
Yeah, but like he probably hadn't been selling in the American European market because like nobody knew who this guy was.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't have any proven results. Like he's suddenly just selling for high rollers. That's pretty improbable.
I mean, he probably rolled someone else in like a different spot. Or whatever.
Maybe. I mean, the thing is that obviously he's able to sell for the PPC because of his success at PokerGo. Right? Like,
look, this is how I look at it. People like this, and our friend Maria wrote a whole book on this type of stuff. People that are very charming and very people person and things like that, they just have a skill to get money from people and get things that they want out of people. And we've seen this from American poker players do this multiple times, and they find ways to get funding back into action, etc. Right. So I don't think that even if it was known in Japan that this happened, like his skill set, his personality is one that he's able to just charm his way to opportunity. Yeah. And that's a skill set that people have.
Agree. And there needs to be like a consistency. Like it might have been a one time off, like, and people just brushed it under the rug. I'm just going to back up real quick and explain what this guy did because we didn't actually go into that. What he would do is he would sell, or he did sell action in specific tournaments and just straight up not play them. So he keeps the cash and doesn't.
Yeah, the rumor is he has a big gambling problem on the pits, or in the pits rather. I
know people that are still playing today that have done this consistently throughout the years that have scummed people like Somerville and other unmentionable people. They're still playing.
They're still buying pieces.
You know the people that I'm talking about. You just might not know.
Oh, name the names, baby.
I'm not naming names here.
I'm assuming it's very low stakes though.
No.
High stakes?
I mean medium. Pieces in like 3Ks and 5Ks and stuff like that. Yeah, that's
significant. Right. Like when you're doing it for thousands of dollars, that's enough.
Yeah. Because imagine, it's true. Like when I buy pieces of people, I don't often ask for receipts, like, because if I'm buying, I usually just kind of trust them. So, but yeah, like maybe it has to become a norm again where it's like, hey, show me the receipt, and it's like, I don't know, like showing people like when I ask for a receipt, I almost feel like I'm insulting.
You don't want to do business like that.
Yeah, I almost feel like I'm insulting them. Like, hey, like, can I get a picture of the receipt?
I mean, to be fair, I don't ever find myself in those situations because the majority of people that I would ever consider buying pieces from don't ask for the money up front.
That's
and
fair
I think
too.
that's important, right?
That's
because like they're not selling because they need cash flow, which
Mhm.
means they're not desperate, which means you're less likely to get rolled. They're generally just selling to lay off risk. Which
That's a good
also
point.
probably means they have a higher ROI, to be honest.
That's a good point. Yeah, like it's like, okay, I'll take 10%. and then you pay them if they bust.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Obviously, I think that's a privileged place to be in. That's not going to be the case for most people that are investing. A lot of people are trying to help friends or other known members of the community that they think have an ROI but are kind of down on their luck. This is going to be super commonplace in MTT world, especially, and it's a big part of the ecosystem. Like MTTs don't flourish the way that they're currently flourishing without a buyer and seller's market, right? Like if we took away the ability to buy and sell at markup, if suddenly tomorrow some genius crunched the numbers and said like, oh wow, actually only 0.5% of any given MTT field is winning with markup. So now everybody selling at markup that isn't elite is scamming, right? If that suddenly became the messaging tomorrow, then we would see the immediate decline of MTT poker. And it wouldn't happen like overnight, but
Yeah.
it would happen because it would force stables to come back. And we already know that that model's way too flawed to be sustainable over the long term when you're talking about something as slow as live where you can't really put in volume. I don't know where to go to from here. Adam put a tweet out earlier today that he was reimbursed by, I believe, GG Japan. So I guess Tamon had a deal with GG Poker Japan, and they have now since released him from said deal. But it looks like they're trying to make good on some of his past debts. I don't know how many. I don't know like how deep that well runs. Maybe it's only a few thousand that they're willing to spare. Maybe it's tens of thousands. I'm not sure. But it seems like if you have an outstanding figure with Tamon and some proof, maybe that's an outlet that you can turn to. It also seems like from the messaging that Tamon's put out there, he is very genuinely sorry and admits that like he has a problem and needs help. Which, you know, makes your heart kind of go out to him. Like
I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't see it as genuine. I saw it as this is what you have to do. So it's so cynical.
It's definitely different though. Like this is the first time we've seen someone actually say like, hey, like I actually have a problem publicly and kind of take responsibility for their actions. Whereas like, you know, if he has a gambling problem, that's something. It's like similar to having I mean, I don't want to say because I don't know enough, like, but it seems similar to like, you know, you have alcohol problem or whatever or things like that, and it's like
A vice
hey,
of some
right,
sort.
you have something. Well, it's more than a vice.
Well,
it's like it's an addiction.
Well,
So it's like, you know, he has a gambling addiction, and that's the problem. That's a problem. Maybe that's a problem that should get more attention in the poker sphere because we are so adjacent to that arena.
I think your word means so much in this industry. I think more so than you need just so much trust to operate successfully in here.
Yeah.
And when you break your word and you break that trust with the community, I find it so difficult for him to have a redemption path. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a redemption path. I'm just saying that once you've broken that trust, it's like you cheat on your girl once. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's your relationship from there on is tainted.
Well,
if you want to go
the
back
redemption
into it or
path is him finding a way to independently finance himself and then just win.
Sure.
Right.
That's absolutely right. You're
And
right.
more importantly, like if that is to take place, then making people whole that he's caused damage to in the past. Alex Livingston also tweeted today that he did business with Tamon for the 50K PPC as well. So he's owed some amount of money. He didn't disclose how much of a piece he bought, but more of these stories are going to come out. I was told privately there are a few other big names who seem to have bought a piece and were rolled. They may not want to speak up on it, embarrassment factor, or you know, a myriad of other reasons. Who knows? But it does seem like he owes a relatively large figure out to the community as a whole. It also seems quite possible that no one individual is owed that much, right? And that's kind of sharp. If you're selling 2,500 pieces to 100 people,
Yeah, exactly.
you're doing pretty good for
Like,
yourself,
you
and
might have
it's
just-
not an amount of money that the majority of that 100 are going to give a shit
He
about.
might have just collected like more, right, than what he was saying he was selling for. Like I
Oh,
saw in
yeah.
the DM, like he's saying he was selling 60, but like, what if he just sold 500% to a bunch of
Right,
different people
yeah.
and
Yeah.
sold 10%?
Right.
Right, like
Yeah.
you just make
Yeah, I mean, if he
infinite.
just never planned on playing it.
Yeah, and then you
first
say, oh
place,
man,
he
like
just-
I have an issue, like
Whoever gives them money,
Yeah, there's no
just
there's no
takes
sympathy
it.
on this
I mean,
side
the
for that
insane
stuff.
thing would be to sell 500% and then not,
And then play and then just
yeah,
bust.
not just like keep 400% and then play it and just bust and call it a day.
Well, yeah.
Like
It
that's
is-
true greed.
It is
I
crazy
think.
though, selling 2,500. That seems so tiny.
Well,
No,
not
well,
for
he's selling-
not for high rollers.
Right. He's selling. He has to crowdfund this thing, right? So it's a 50K buy-in. So he'll sell 5%
Okay,
here,
okay.
5% there, 5%
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, edges are so small in high rollers. It's rare that you'll see somebody take like more
All
than
of it?
10%.
I see.
You're just kind of looking to spread. Like if you want to invest 10,000 into a high roller, like say call it a 50K, so you actually want to invest 20% of the buy-in, you'd much rather have like 5 to 10 horses than 1 or 2
I see. Okay.
at the high
Very
roller, unless
logical.
you're just getting the best of the best.
Very logical.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hesitant to bring this up today because there still isn't that much of the story brought to light. But it seemed like too big of a deal, if for no other reason than to just warn others not to do business with him for the time being.
Is there a story here with GG Poker actually saying something about this, but not for Dan Blazarian?
I don't think so, man.
Anything there?
I don't think so. I didn't even know GG Poker Japan existed.
I didn't either.
Right. So it's just like I highly doubt that they're going to make this some sort of publicity thing.
Yeah.
Even though I guess there's a little bit of the we made this right kind of path that they could take.
Well, there's even like a formal we got rid of him, right?
Right. Yeah, which I guess to your point about Blazarian is well, actually I understand why. I don't know for sure, but there's like a lot of rumors that behind the scenes there was a lot of legality involved
Oh, okay.
with Blitz and his exit. So I think that's why the statement was made on National Women's Day or shortly thereafter that like Blitz was still a part of the team.
Sure.
Because I think that there was a big uproar from
initial
both sides with his leaving, and they probably were just trying to either save face or keep it as above board as possible when it comes to legal issues. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope he finds a way to make everybody whole. I think that the Japanese culture moving into the game is very good for everybody involved. This is an unfortunate black eye very early.
Yes.
And they're not going to have the same ability to rebound that we would have in the early 2000s because the market's a little bit more mature. We just really shun this stuff very quickly.
I don't know if people know, Japan is also a high priority target market right now. It's
It's super hot.
super hot. There
Super
and
hot.
India right now.
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
two
it's
big
super hot.
places for the future.
And I know because there's this collection of Japanese players that come to Bellagio. Pretty much, they came, the World Series not this World Series, the World Series 4, and they played cash all summer, and then they're back again playing, and I see them, and I'm like, hey, is like poker big in Japan? And they're like, it's huge. They're like, it's huge. It's like it's a poker boom, right? They have like their own vloggers, they have their own stuff, and that's great to see. Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to welcome the Japanese players into the game, and I think they're all really good pre-flop.
Have you played with the vlogger?
Samato?
Yeah, see, I'm not even trying to attempt
Masato.
it. Masato, yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't yet because
Oh.
I've been playing tournaments.
Right.
It's my life now.
He sounds so sad.
So salty
He
about
sounds
it.
so sad. Chin, I've only known you to be like, yeah, we're going to the Bellagio. We're playing some 5-10, 10-20 tonight. No.
You
Playing
should
some
start
tournaments.
the tap thread version of MTT.
You should.
no.
dude.
Right, the MTT tap
So
thread is
definitely.
way different, bro.
Nah, I
Imagine the MTT tap thread.
can't. No,
Guy in a Pabst Blue Ribbon T-shirt gives me the head nod as I beat his ace deuce offsuit with pocket fours.
the lady that I
Tap
bluffed,
tap.
she's like, you should have just called. You only lost 5,000. Now now you don't have any chips. She said that. I literally bluffed. I turned 8s into a bluff, and she doesn't understand. So I rip, and then she calls with a straight. And then she's like, you should have just called. I only bet 5,000.
She
fucking stacked me.
she wanted you to stay, man. She was into the swag.
8s are no good, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was great. No, I can't do it. It's too much. Maybe it is. Maybe
What
it's
else are you
better.
gonna do,
you-
man? You're
you
sitting
should
there
turn-
folding for hours.
It'll be funny. Your tap threads for cash are all fun and happy.
And these are
It
miserable.
should just be like, miserable, depressing.
Miss Reg tap thread.
Alan Kessler's at my table, berated the dealer, hand one, tap tap.
It's true. Maybe I'll do it for the main event.
The main event thread would be fun.
You got to bring it back, man. It's so pure.
Yeah,
we love it.
There's some bits that should never die.
Bro, there's a lot of bits that I can't do because I don't want to show what these people do in cash games. I'm just like, bro, life is right there. What are you doing? He's like, players gonna play. I'm just like, yo, I can't.
I think you and Melissa could do, and Landon too. You guys could do like an Uber sort of tap thread, like every time you get in an Uber, you have to tell them that you play professional poker,
God.
that
and then
was
just
so
like
good.
keep a log of the conversation.
We could make that
more
a
like-
segment, a proper segment here.
It sounds more like a
100%.
punishment rather than like a fun idea.
No, like, we're turning it into fun though. It becomes fun now.
Yeah, because now you're just trolling the
Well,
guy.
how many
and
times-
it's just
How
like-
many times are you gonna say to an Uber driver, "I play poker," before you get annoyed about saying you play poker?
No, it's not about that. Have you ever watched Taxi Cab Confessions? Probably not. Way before your time.
Of course, I've seen tax. No, dude. Fuck.
I have.
for
I don't
everybody
watch.
else.
I don't
1
watch
a.m. on
1990
HBO or
to
whatever.
2000s television.
Right, yeah. So it was a show on HBO where they would mount like a GoPro in a cab. And it was wild. Like there would be like people fucking in the back and like
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy stuff. And this was like
Yeah, I
what
was watching this at 7.
it was like cabbies' takes on how crazy their customers are. We're flipping it, right? This is like Uber drivers' aspirations. And it's just like, yeah, man, I play poker professionally. Oh, dog, I gotta tell you, man. Do you count cards? Do you count cards? I know that's a thing, you know. Like you're a pro, you know the Daniel Negreanu's out there. Like you count cards.
They never
right?
say Daniel. They always say Blitz.
Yeah, that's true too.
It depends on their age.
That
Older-
probably
The
is
younger
true.
ones say Blitz.
Yeah, older say Dinegs, Helmuth.
Yeah.
Like I was in a car and I got asked if I've seen Negreanu or Ivy yet. Yeah, I have. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like,
People, you don't realize how like because we're so like right, we're in the mix, so to speak. How like cool it is. Like if the first high roller they had.
No, it is cool.
Yeah, but the first high roller they had at WSOP this year when it was like Phil Ivey was like right on the rail.
Oh, like the 100K?
Yeah, there were people there like just watching Phil, and I'm like, damn, man, that's.
I mean, think about
like-
the
like-
first time you came to like a World Series and you see all the stars and everything. You're just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, I don't
like,
have
look-
have any of that.
Yeah, you're different.
I know.
But it's different.
Yeah,
I know.
different.
I'm agreeing that it's different.
Yeah.
The
Like-
nostalgia is so real and so dead.
Yeah.
I don't think it's dead.
No,
though.
I don't
Like,
think so.
like
I don't
some
know.
people
It's
have
not
fans.
dead.
Like
No,
there's
no, no,
fans.
That's why
Yeah.
people are still.
Well, right, but you're still talking about our age group or our age bracket. Like the nostalgia is aging out. The entry into the game, like from Landon's lens, is so different than ours. It was so romanticized for us. Like we literally had rounders just
It was.
released,
Yeah.
It was.
where like they have a Brad Owen vlog,
People love you, Matt. What do you mean? You get so many.
jiggities.
Well, I think another big part is that for us to watch the ESPN coverage, we needed to plan our lifestyle around that time.
Correct.
Right? And that, in the age of on demand, it's
Yeah.
so different. Now it's secondary content. But
Yeah.
we literally had to say, it's on at 7 p.m.
Tuesdays, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
home game.
Yeah.
Get ready,
Yeah.
buckle up.
Exactly.
We're gonna watch the stud 8 or better final table. Jeffrey Rosandro is there for the third time,
Yep.
and we're gonna play 10 cent, 25 cent in the background.
Yes.
Right.
Like Friday nights, what are you doing? You're hanging out with the boys. You're playing poker.
Yeah.
You know, $10
Yeah.
buy-ins, $20 buy-ins.
Yeah, it was a thing.
It was a literal lifestyle.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now
for sure.
it's just like, oh yeah, I watch some poker. It's on while I'm working.
Yeah, it was also a thing back then too, where it's like if you had any aptitude for it whatsoever, then you were an expert. Like you just
Yes.
immediately your bravado took over. It is like you knew more than everybody else because it was in the figuring out stage. And there are a lot of aspects like that in life, like whether you're talking about being handy around the house or kind of a jack of all trades, master of none type of individual. Like you get this sense of I'm super sharp when it comes to like all of these different things that I'm a little bit skilled in, right? But now it's like there's a measuring stick, and your skill ain't shit. There's a huge gap between those really in the know and those who have like been dealt a few hands of cards and feel like they have some sort of understanding of what's going on. That look right there. That's what he looks like when he has kings.
Yes.
That's the one.
Don't give it away.
I was trying to not bring it up.
Don't give it away.
It's
He
not
told me
gonna be
not to bring
fully
it
out.
up. He told me not to bring it up, so I didn't bring it up. But now you brought it up.
Okay,
No.
let's bring it up because I'm sure it's not going to be out in Poker Out Loud. Like people will know, but not the conversation we had at Poker Out Loud. So there was a hand.
Okay, so the Pirates right now, what's happening here
What the
is
fuck?
No,
it's the ninth inning,
So there's
and they need 3 outs. They only need 2 outs, and then the game's over.
There was
Okay,
a
move
hand
on
in-
to the next
there was a
thing.
hand in Poker Out Loud.
What are you talking about?
He
I'm
doesn't
serious,
want to talk
I don't
about
want.
it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
All right, move on.
I love you, Brian.
I love you too.
I'm sorry I did that.
I can see my EV going straight to the fucking floor. He's like, don't you know I'm selling for the bounty?
The Tortoise dive is taking place.
Goddamn tail box.
We gotta fix that though.
It's all bullshit.
Where are the
Don't listen to
sunglasses?
anything.
Where are the
Don't
That
listen
was
to
the
anything
look,
they're
though. If
saying.
anybody
All
else was paying
bullshit.
attention, that was the look, man. He was
I'm
wide-eyed.
just watching the game. You guys are talking about random
How
shit.
did I?
Brian,
like,
put the glasses on. They can't say shit.
Yeah, fuck.
That's right. Brendan Versace's back.
I'm wearing these for the main.
Those fake
Yeah.
Versace
listen,
shades and shit.
listen. We're banning sunglasses from now on.
Except these
All
ones.
games played in this
Except
house
these
will
ones.
never have sunglasses.
Except these ones.
Who wore sunglasses?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying a general thing.
Yeah, okay.
No sunglasses, because there's no way he's wearing that shit.
What do you mean? He looks fly.
What are
No.
you talking about?
Look at him.
Yeah.
Roman and Maurice, they're made men. What? Those fake Versace shades and shit?
These are not fake, let me tell
Wasn't
you.
there something going
Not
on along
fake.
the lines of like sunglasses acceptable, not acceptable a while ago? Like hoodie sunglasses type stuff?
I'm of the no sunglasses. but
Okay.
Only because it's weird, man. It's
Okay,
just-
so
I think
what
we
if-
can make a lot of qualifications for your total Hendon Mob scores. Like if you're sub 500K in scores, you can wear shades, you can look up charts, you can do all these things. But the second you crack 500K in earnings, no more shades, no more hoodies, no more charts. It's all
Agreed.
out off the window.
What if? Okay, but there will be people that will wear sunglasses and hoodies. What you say to them? What say you?
I just think.
Where?
Look,
Landon.
if you're a pro, like don't wear shades. That's
Yeah.
it. That's my thing. Like it's like just don't do it,
I
man.
agree.
It just looks bad.
What if you're a manager of a
No, you're
whatever
good,
you want.
man.
You can
training
do whatever you
company?
want.
You're good.
Because like no matter what, you played like fucking shit.
Thank you.
well,
Right.
what if there are other
Played
pros?
so good, you
Brian,
have no idea.
You're gonna in 20
So
years you're
good.
gonna crush in the seniors event though.
Yeah,
That's what
was
I
just
said.
trying to play loose and do like. Was I really supposed to like try so hard? I'm just throwing chips around. It was a fun fun environment.
Don't worry.
gonna buy a piece of you in the event. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
1.2 for you.
We've already established I was the whale. For sure.
Look,
100%.
he's the only place that played worse than you.
He lost
Yeah.
like $5,000.
I played bad. I played very, very bad. All right, we got to get rolling. We have Poker Out Loud to get to. We start filming in about an hour or so. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I apologize for the buzz. We're gonna get this worked out and sorted before tomorrow. Should have Corey here.
Garrett
hopefully.
has 40,000 in ended mob scores.
Fuck. That's the hack. We should have Corey and Jamie here on the pod tomorrow. Maybe not Jamie if she's still in the ladies event, but almost certainly Corey. So look forward to that. Appreciate everybody as always. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know. Is everything going to be okay with Landon? Do we need to be a little concerned?
Leave him alone.